Alright guys, so here's the fun part. We're going to make our own stylus. Now first off, you're going to want to have a table, a nice clean surface to work on. You're going to want to have a sort of towel spread over your surface so that you'll catch all your items that you're going to work with. You're going to need some sort of a drill, whether it be a hand drill, cordless drill, or any kind of drill. It should work. Next you're going to need a I think it's a 3/32 drill bit and a .94mm drill bit here. Now you're going to need a Q-tip to actually cut to put on your new stylus when you're done making this. And you're going to need your experiment stylus that you're going to destroy in order to make this project, which in this case will be my green one right here. Notice that the tip's broken off. Here's what a normal stylus looks like, and we will compare later on in the video to see where we should begin our project. You're going to need scissors to cut stuff up if need be. Like if you finish making the stylus, you're going to need to cut your Q-tip to the right size to go onto that. You're going to need to cut in some sort of clean way the stylus so that you can put the Q-tip hole in there. And I'm going to use just a simple hacksaw blade. It's actually very dull, so I'm not playing with knives or anything. Alright, you're going to need some sandpaper or a emery board to file down the plastic and get it all nice looking when you're done making your project. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, let's start. So we're going to take the green stylus here that's half broken. We're going to take the hacksaw blade and we're going to place it just where the slant it begins in the stylus, which is about right there. So we're going to place it right there, and we're going to begin. We're going to make a little notch. Just drag it across. I don't know if you can see the notch that I made. Probably not. But it's right there. And anyhow, excuse me, we're going to start sawing. Just keep sawing back and forth. Here we go. It might take a while because Nintendo makes these things out of pretty sturdy plastic. If you start smelling some sort of burning smell, it's just the friction on the plastic against the blade. So you don't need to worry about that if you start smelling something like I am now. Now if you notice, it's half sawed through already. So we're going to keep going. We want to saw all the way through until it's cut off completely. Come on. We're waiting for it to come through is what we're doing. See? We're almost sawed through all the way there. Yep. See the big old gouge there? It's working. So just keep going. There's very little left to saw through. Also, the reason you're going to want this towel here is that it'll catch all the debris from your sawing and cutting and drilling and all of that. So that's also a good idea, guys, to have that there. There we go. And it's sawed through. So now we're just going to cut it off there. There we go. Now we've cut off the tip of the stylus, all the slanted parts, and now we just have the shaft. So that's step one. You are now done with your hacksaw blade. You can lay it down. What you're going to need is you're going to need to get the emery board and just level up the tip of the stylus to where it's flat. Probably going to want to take off the little shavings. There you go. You just want to make it kind of nice and clean and level to work with. So, you might also want to be wearing a mask, because I'm not sure it's probably that good to breathe all this plastic dust and stuff here. So, that's step one. Now, as you can see, these styluses are very poorly made. Notice how the mold is filled in there. That white spot is, I don't know, it's like there's some sort of hole in the stylus, like it was a hollow mold or something. It's definitely not Nintendo quality. But this is a third-party one, so that explains that. Alright, so now you're going to want to compare styluses. Here's a Nintendo stylus. It's the same kind that comes with your DS. And here is a regular one. And notice where we cut the green one off. Alright, so this should definitely fit in our DS, judging since the slant on a Nintendo stylus is way up there. If this one's a little bit short to use, you don't need to worry, because once you put the Q-tip tip on, it'll become long enough to work with and it'll be just fine. Okay, so now you're going to want to take your drill bit and let me pause for a minute as I check to make sure what size drill bit this is, so I'm not telling you the wrong one, because it is very important to get the right size. Yep, it's a 3/32 drill bit, and it's a 0.94 millimeter. At least I think it's millimeters. Alright, so once you get this, you're going to want to put this in the exact center of the shaft of the stylus and start a hole. Just turn the bit on the tip of the stylus till you start a training hole to begin the drilling. Now, if you're using a third-party stylus for this experiment, which I am sure that you probably are because they're cheaper, you're not really going to run into very resistant plastic probably, because this is probably cheaper quality plastic than the Nintendo stylus. So, should drill through it much easier. So now, what we're doing here might help to zoom in a little bit, is we're just starting a hole. There we go. Yeah, guys, I decided to give you some music while we were doing this project, since it'll probably take a while. It's already been 8 minutes 40 seconds. But it's okay, because I actually have unlimited account time, upload time on my account now. Thanks to you guys watching my videos. YouTube has turned out to like me enough to give me unlimited uploads. So that's awesome. Thank you guys for everything. I just wanted to say that. But anyhow, you just want to keep drilling in there. And I'm probably not going to use the drill for this video, because it's going to be very hard for me to video the drill and me working on the stylus at the same time. But heck, I'll try it. I'm going to unchalk my drill here. There's the drill bit. I'm going to take the 3/32 drill bit, put that in the chuck. The chuck, not the chalk, the chuck. There we go. Tighten it up. I'm gonna. When something comes up to me, he don't even try. 'Cause if I had a set of wings, man, I know she could fly. Alright, so now I'm just gonna start turning the drill, holding the actual stylus on top there. Here we go. This is probably not the best way to use a drill, but you know, you do what you can. So you just hold the stylus on the tip there and just crank it. But that's basically how you would do this. Except you would do it at a much better angle than the one I'm using now, because you would have more hands and more strength and more, I don't know. You just be able to do it easier because you don't have to video it at the same time. Alright, so there's our hole. It's not deep enough yet, but it's going to be that way. We're going to take the drill bit out of the drill because it's very hard to drill and use the camera at the same time. And we're just going to hold the drill bit in our fingers and just rotate the stylus over it with the left hand. Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. But I've got the fastest set of wheels in town. When something comes up to me, you don't even try. 'Cause if I had a set of wings, man, I know she could fly. She's my little deuce cute. You don't know what I got. Sorry. Alright. Now this is what takes the longest, is drilling the hole here. Might be faster to put it on the table here and just turn it. It's getting deeper for sure. Look at that. Alright. Let's keep going, I guess. Taking a while. You know, guys, it's really nice to be back making videos because, great, I dropped the drill bit. It's been a while. It's been quite a while, almost 2 months, and I haven't had the thing that I use to upload videos from my phone to the thingy, so I haven't been able to make any videos for you guys, and I'm sorry. I've shot a lot of videos on my phone, but I haven't had the means to upload them. But it's nice to be back, and I hope I'm not sounding mundane and just business-like or something, because that's sort of what it sounded like to me, because my tone seems sort of business-like, but I'm just trying to get this done, and I really have to concentrate in video and use all these tools at the same time, so it's actually kind of difficult. So we're just going to keep I can see all the green stuff coming out, at least, so that's a good thing. Alright, so your hands might get sore doing this, but you just want to keep turning the drill bit until you hollow out and drill out the insides of the stylus deep enough so that you can put a sturdy Q-tip shaft in there and it won't just flop out. I'm actually going to pause the video while I do this because, you know, it's taking a while. So I'll see you in a minute. Actually, I can do this. It's going to be a little bit difficult. If you're sitting in a chair and you just take the drill bit and put it down in between your legs or on the tip of the chair, and just hold the stylus onto the drill bit and just turn the hand crank. It's actually quite easy to drill a hole. Alright. Look at all those shavings on my hands. Alright, so that's a very deep hole. So, our job is almost done. What you're going to want to do, just going to zoom out first. There we go. You want to take your scissors. And now, it's time to cut your Q-tip. So you take the scissors, you take the Q-tip, hold one in, of course. You're going to want to cut it about there, probably. You know, I don't know. So you can see where the cotton tip is. You're going to want to cut it about there. Get your hands out of the way. Okay. So now you've cut the shaft. And now all you really have to do is just hope that it fits in the hole you dug out with the drill bit and drill it out. Which it does perfectly. Wow. Might be even better than my last stylus. And here you go. It looks kind of spiffy with the white Q-tip cotton and the green stylus. Alright, so now let's test it out. What do you say? I say that's a good idea. Alright, so we're going to open up our Nintendo DSi. There it is, strapped in like a baby. Going to take it out. Open it up. Touchscreen needs some cleaning, but oh well. Now we're going to test it and see if our stylus will fit in the stylus slot on our DSi. And it appears to fit perfectly, as you can see. Our job is done. What a wonderful job. I can't believe it worked. I was thinking I might screw up because you guys were watching me. You know how that is. Alright, so we're just going to open up our DSi and play some Super Mario. And test this thing out. Test it out, baby. Test it out. Someone took a picture of me when I was sitting there for some reason. I really don't understand why they do that. You gotta keep your DSi away from people or they'll start taking pictures of things you won't believe. Alright. So we're in the Mario game here. Now, this is pretty fun here. You can see we're warping to World 3. We're gonna warp to World 2 here. We just used our new stylus. But you know, this game really doesn't have drawing capabilities like, you know, games like Super Mario 64 DS and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in Super Mario 64 DS and draw on the touchscreen in the main menu like we did in some of our other videos. So that's going to be kind of fun. Take out this game here. Sorry, I heard someone coming, so I was a little bit quiet. Gonna put in, there we go. One thing I really like about my Nintendo DSi is the power on button. It makes you feel powerful. Pun intended. Alright. So now here we go. Okay, so now we're going to draw a little bit. Yeah, I know I misspelled awesome. Oh well. Okay. Alright. My writing's not as smooth as in my last video, but I suppose that doesn't matter. Alright. So we're done with that. As you can see, the stylus works pretty well. So anyhow, thanks for watching. I hope what I said was not too confusing. I hope I spoke clearly, thought clearly, and everything else went pretty well. And thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, great night, great life, and I'll see you around with some other videos. Alright.